Alright. So here we have Sporkle. Oh yeah. Gladly, Ashram. Oh, wrong camera. Alright. So basically, I don't know specifically what you want to see. Maybe I can pull out some standouts. Oh, hang on. I can just bring my mic over here. Oh shit. I can't bring my headphones over though. All right. So we got NES up here, right? I mean, you got a lot of your basic you got a lot of your basic stuff that you would expect to see, you know, your Marios, your Metroid, your Zeldas, Contra, Castlevania, Kirby, Punch-Out, couple Mega Mans, right? I don't know if I have anything particularly sick for the NES. I don't think I have anything that's like all that crazy. You know, yeah, just a bunch of NES games that are cool. But then we got Super Nintendo, right? Couple Super Nintendo games. No, I've not played Fax Xanadu, but I've heard it's good. Hang on, I gotta raise this mic up. God, I like did it with a fucking. Oh, jeez, there we go. Oh my god. All right, there we go. Oh, Guardian Legend. Isn't that a PS1 game? All right. So then we got Super Nintendo, right? You know, a couple that are, you know, slight standouts. We got Chrono Trigger, right? You know, that's a standout quality game. It's not super spendy, but it's worth something. I do have a friend who has it complete in box, though, so that's pretty sweet. Okay, here's a couple standouts. For Super Nintendo, right? We got Earthbound. So this I got as a Christmas gift, I think. My whole family went in on this game to get it for me. So it was like a, you know, nobody paid too much, right? Everybody went in on it. And then we got this guy. I don't know if you've ever heard of Evo Search for Eden. This game was not very cheap. And it also was not very good. This game starts out really fun, and then it gets real boring real fast, I'm sorry to say. It's very grindy. It's like, the game is a lot of walking back and forth on a flat level, just eating things. Just walking back and forth, eating shit, grinding up points. Let's see. Anything else particularly stand out for Super Nintendo? Nah, you know, I got your normal stuff like Final Fantasies, you know, Mario All-Stars and Mario RPG, Mario World, Super Metroid, Yoshi's Island, you know, that stuff. Then we got some Super Famicom games. Hang on. I gotta be back in like 5 seconds. All right. I mentioned Super Famicom, right? So Super Famicom, we got a couple things, right? I just want to show these because the boxes look so cool. We got Final Fantasy V. Look how awesome this box looks. It's just beautiful. And like the back of it, just the artwork of the characters. What a gorgeous box. And then also Super Famicom, we got Shin Megami Tensei 1 and 2. Yeah. Very cool games. I'm a huge Shin Megami Tensei fan. I have pretty much every SMT game that's been released in the US. And some from Japan. So then also like SMT If. And then this is Mario All-Stars, the Super Famicom version. Now the reason I have the Super Famicom version of All-Stars and the American version is that if you're going to speedrun All-Stars, you want to get the Japanese version because it's got a couple weird things to it that make it a faster speed game. Very specific, very small things. Now, N64 is just in a pile right here because they don't have spine labels. So it's really hard to organize them on a shelf in a way that looks good. So, you know. Those are just sitting there. But I do have some good ones, though. You know, Conker's Bad Fur Day, one of my favorite games of all time. Excellent, excellent game. You know. Where's that other one? There's one game in here that I've been meaning to play for a long time. You guys need to... The thing is, because you can't see the games that are on your shelf, I keep forgetting that I have this game. Paper Mario, dude. I want to play this. I've never played this. My super cool FF3. Oh, you mean... well, I did skip it because we'll get back to that. So then, yeah, after N64, we got GameCube. We got GameCube, right? Now, GameCube's got some good stuff. Firstly, it's got one of my favorite video games of all time, Killer 7. One of my all-time favorite games. This game is absolutely fantastic. It's on PC now, so you have no excuse not to play it. The PC version is excellent. But kind of the standout game, other standouts would be like Eternal Darkness, you know, fantastic game. Cubivore. This is one of those super rare games that is. I got this game for. I think the receipt is actually in here. Yeah. Okay. I've been saying $6, but I actually apparently got this game for $10. All right. So I got this game for $10. But if you look it up nowadays, it's gone up in price a lot since GameStop was selling it for $10. Other than that, I mentioned Lost Kingdoms that we were talking about, but I actually have Lost Kingdoms 1 and 2. Oh my god, there's a sticker on there. I should get that out of there. We've got, this is kind of rare, isn't it? Not super rare, but kind of. The Zelda promotional disc. This is the one that is Zelda 1, 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. What a crazy thing. You know how I got this? I got this for free for subscribing to Nintendo Power. Subscribing to Nintendo Power. Free. And by free, I mean, what a crazy thing to give to people for a magazine subscription. What is it, like $15 for a year of the magazine? And then they're going to give me a GameCube game that has those? That's crazy. You'd pay $60 for that on Switch. Yeah. And it doesn't even have to have Majora's Mask on it. that was a all 3D All Stars joke. Not having Galaxy 2. That was the intention of that joke. And anyway, this one also slightly spendy game, but once again, my brother orchestrated my family to go in to get this one for me as a gift. So Code Veronica X, pretty sweet. And then, oh yeah, we were talking about Beautiful Joe earlier. I've got Beautiful Joe 1 and 2. Still haven't played them. Still haven't played them since I rented the first one as a kid. But, you know, I have them when I want to play them, I guess. Then we got Wii and Wii U. Sorry about the glare from the light up there. You know, we might be able to fix that a little bit here, actually. What if... Oh, I got an idea. I guess that didn't help very much now, did it? I tried to move you guys closer and a little higher up, but oh well. Alright, so we got Wii, right? Isn't Dokapon something special nowadays? If you've never played Dokapon Kingdom, this is one of the greatest multiplayer games of all time. As far as games that you want to play with your friends and then not be friends anymore after, this game is absolutely phenomenal. Wonderful, wonderful game. And it was also on PS2. I'm just gonna give I'm just gonna give a special shout out to this game for being great. But otherwise, Wii doesn't have too much special. I mean, this is pretty dope for Wii, you know. But other than that, I don't think Wii games are all that, like, crazy. Then we got Wii U. Wii U is basically, I don't know, I don't think anything has any value on that system at this point, but this game is very cool, though. As someone who loves Shin Megami Tensei, this game is absolutely wonderful also. And then... You know, Switch, no one cares about Switch. So, I mean, Switch is great. I'm just saying no one cares to look at someone's Switch collection at this point. But now, PS1, we got some bangers, right? PS1, we've got, I'm talking about Alundra. Ma fucking Alundra. This game, I haven't played it yet, but it's one of Camel's favorite games, and he keeps telling me to play it, so I bought it. I want to play this game at some point, but I keep forgetting about it. So please remind me. Please remind me to play that game at some point. Then we got Barbie Explorer. Look, this game is legitimately okay. Moving on. Brave Fencer Musashi. Not a particularly expensive game, but it's a childhood favorite. Love this game. Great game. I actually played through it just like a year ago, and it totally held up. We got we got some Chrono Cross, you know what I'm saying? Still haven't played it. I would very much like to play Chrono Cross. What else we got here? You know, you got your Crash Bandicoot, your Croc, you know, Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, Tactics. I got 2 copies of Tactics for some reason. One of them's Greatest Hits, though. Let's see. Kingsfield 1 and 2. Legend of Dragoon. Metal Gear Solid. Oh, these are kind of nice. We got Persona, as well as Persona 2. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, PS1 is the worst way to play Persona 1, but hey, you know, I have it. What else we got here? Oh yeah, you know, just a minute ago there, we were talking about Valkyrie Profile. You know, there's a copy of that one. And then, you know, talking about Xenogears. There's that one too. Still haven't played it. I like as far as PS1 RPGs go, Chrono Cross, Legend of Dragoon, Persona 2, Valkyrie Profile, and Xenogears. I have not played any of those yet. Oh, dude, Wild Arms. I have not played it, but I would like to. That game seems sweet. So then we got PS2, right? PS2 is where we get into some real bangers. Now, one of those, you know what? I just remembered something. So Clock Tower 3, you know how I kept talking about how I got Cubivore for $6 and then it turned out to be 10? Clock Tower, I'm like 90% sure that this game was actually $6. It was. It was. Let's see. What can I does this receipt show up well enough? $4.58. $4.58. I got this game for. GameStop, man. When they're trying to get rid of a system, oh man, you can get some deals. Cause yeah, that one is not like super expensive anymore, but I want to say it's like last I checked it was like 60, you know, so that's pretty great. Otherwise on PS2 we've got like Echo Knight is like this is a FromSoft game. I haven't played this yet. I don't really know anything about it except that it's a series, but it is a FromSoft game. So that's neat. And being that it's an age tech game, I think that means that it's probably worth owning, because as you'll see in a moment, age tech is they're a company that did not produce a lot of copies of the games that they made. Then we got Fatal Frame 1, 2, and 3, Final Fantasies. Let's see. I don't know what this one's worth, but it's kind of neat. I don't know. Grim Grimoire, you know. Here we go, though. Here we go. We mentioned this one earlier today. That I paid like $350 for this game, but apparently it's worth like $550 now, so that's pretty sweet. And that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, we got Kuon. This one was kind of weird. I got this at the same time as Kuon just because it seemed like it might be something that, you know, is a little obscure. I have played Kuon. Yeah, I really liked it. You know. Odin Sphere was a little bit more nifty before, you know, they've like remade this game now, or not remade, but there's a remaster for PS4 now. Then I'm a big Ratchet and Clank fan, so we got all those. Aha! And then we've got this guy. So yeah, Kuon and Rule of Rose I have played through on stream, and those are archived. And then here's the big chunk of Shin Megami Tensei. So we got Devil Summoner 2 I've got in the bigger package. Digital Devil Saga 2, Nocturne, Persona 3, 2 copies of it. Persona 4. I have 2 copies of Persona 3 because I lent it to my brother and he lost it. So then I bought a copy to replace it, and then he found it and gave it back to me. So I have a sealed Persona 3 now. It's not worth anything, but it's just funny. And you know, there's PS2 for you. We've got kind of up here is the handheld stuff, right? So we got handhelds. I love handhelds. We got, you know, Fire Emblem. The thing about Game Boy Advance is when I started getting Game Boy Advance games is when I started getting Game Boy games in general, is when I started caring about boxes. So now, even though all my cartridge games, I didn't have boxes for them, now I've started getting Game Boy games, and now I got to get the boxes on everything. So we got Fire Emblem, you know. This, however, this box is really gnarly. You know, that it doesn't really close. It's got a little bit ripped off on it. You know, it's crushed. But this is actually my childhood copy of Golden Sun, is the thing. So this box is gnarly, but it's because it survived my childhood. So, yeah. Oh, you have the oh yeah, I breezed past it. I breezed past it, but this is a cool thing. Metal Gear Solid The Essential Collection. This was Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. What's interesting about it is that this came out in the PS2 era, and all the boxes are like special for the collection. And what's really neat is that this is legitimate PS1 discs. They actually reprinted the PS1 discs for this set. So isn't that neat? The Metal Gear... Oh, that's the Metal Gear Solid 1 font that's different. Yeah, it's like the original logo instead of the MGS 2 and 3. And then, yeah. In case you're wondering about Metal Gear Solid 1, you might take particular note of the one screenshot that they decided to include for Metal Gear Solid 1. What an odd choice for a screenshot of Metal Gear Solid 1, wouldn't you say? On the box that only shows one screenshot per game. Suspicious. Oh, one last PS2 game. Here's another one. I played this as a kid, and remember it being really fun, but I haven't played it since. Maybe that'd be fun to check out. Anyway, back to handhelds, right? Well, you know, so we got... I mentioned Fire Emblem, you know. I got the other one, too, Sacred Stones. But then we just got, you know, Golden Sun, Zelda, Metroid. This... no, it's not. I did... Whoa! Dropped that one. I did have Metroid Zero Mission as a kid, but this is not my childhood copy of that one. Fusion, now slightly damaged. Oh, but this is my childhood copy of Pokemon Fire Red. Come to think of it. Yeah, this Fire Red, this is totally... this is totally the copy I had when I was younger. Again, that's why the box is slightly crushed. But this one fared much better than Golden Sun did. Anyway. We got some DS stuff to talk about, right? Just a little bit. But, I don't know if this has any value, but this game is amazing. The DS version specifically is amazing. I don't like what they did with the PC one, but that's a different conversation. This one's kind of rare. The Dark Spire. This game is... I remember when it was coming out, people were... I was advised that this game would probably go up in value. And indeed it has. It's like a super old school first-person dungeon crawler. And normally it's got art. It's got like colorful artwork and stuff. But then it's got a classic mode that allows you to walk around with like wireframe kind of classic mode, you know. Pretty cool game. I haven't played a lot of it though. This game isn't worth anything, but also is amazing. Have you guys ever heard of Nights in the Nightmare? I haven't played this yet, but I've heard it's very cool. I've heard it's like a bullet hell tactical RPG, which sounds very strange, and I've heard it is very strange. I don't know though. Yeah, you know, but besides, I feel like Dark Spire is like my only actual valuable DS game. I don't know if like Phoenix Wright, if like the Phoenix Wright trilogy is worth anything. I'm not sure, but it's cool. Phoenix Wright is great. Then we got the... Oh yeah, I mentioned that I'm a crazy person, and I have like every Shin Megami Tensei game. So here's Strange Journey in the original box. We got Devil Survivor 2, we got Devil Survivor 1. Yeah. After playing Persona 3, I went nuts and had to buy all those games. Super Princess Peach! Yeah! She had her own game. Remember Trauma Center? Remember where it started? This was, this is legit one of the hardest games I've ever beaten. As far as games that I've beaten, this is legitimately one of the hardest ones. Holy shit, this game just kicks your ass. Alright, 3DS. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything of note here. You know, yeah, like Persona Q, you know? Probably not worth much. Persona Q2. This one's more recent, isn't it? I started this. I haven't finished it yet. The first Persona Q I thought was kind of boring, so I played Persona Q2 on hard mode to try to make like the battles more interesting, and it's really fucking hard. So I have not finished it yet, but I got to the third area, and then again, crazy person. I got SMT4 Apocalypse, you know. We got the Devil Survivor remake for 3DS. We got the Devil Survivor 2 remaster for 3DS. We got Soul Hackers. I don't even know what the fuck this is. SMT Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. I don't know what this is, but I own it because it says Shin Megami Tensei on the cover. Moving on. Oh, this is funny. This is actually the first 3DS game I had. I bought a 3DS right when it came out, and so there were no games out for the 3DS yet, and so I had to get Street Fighter 4 for 3DS, even though it has like an over-the-shoulder mode to make the 3D pop. I don't know, it's funny. I'm not a fighting game guy. I barely played this. I am terrible at Street Fighter. But look, I bought the 3DS right when it came out, and there were no games for it yet. And then I don't know how you guys feel about rhythm games, but I love rhythm games, so Theatrhythm is pretty awesome. Bravely Default? Oh. Hell yeah, I got Bravely Default. I don't just have Bravely Default. Hang on a second. I got this fucking thing. You know what? I don't even remember what was in here. Oh, yeah. Alright, so this opens up. Apparently it's got some kind of deck of cards in it. And another deck of cards. And it's got, now I cannot stand this. This I absolutely hate. So it comes with a music CD, right? And you're like, oh, the soundtrack, awesome. It's actually only 10 songs from the soundtrack. Come the fuck on, dude. I bought the special edition of the game that has this fancy presentation for the music disc on it, and it's only 10 of the songs from the soundtrack. Get out of here with that. Oh, wait a second. I just realized. The 2 decks of cards are the same? So I'm guessing one of them was a pre-order bonus or something, and one of them came with the special edition. That's my guess. I don't know. I don't know if you guys know how I feel about Bravely Default, but I think that it started out as a 10 out of 10. There is a very good chunk of this game that's 10 out of 10. And then it just, oh god, it shits the bed so hard, the second half of it. That's all. That's all. Oh, sorry. Oh god. That's all I'll say. It starts out 10 out of 10. Halfway through, it shits the bed so bad you won't even believe it. But the second one, though, I'm totally going to play the second one. Because, I mean, there's no way they're going to do the same thing. There's no way they're going to make the same mistake on the second game. I did not play Bravely Second. I thought about playing it, but I didn't, and maybe I should. I'll play the second game though, or I'll play Bravely Default 2. I don't know if I need to play Bravely Second. Oh god. Okay, well now there's Game Boy games everywhere. So I have a bunch of Game Boy games that don't have cases, because this is from before I cared about cases. There's only like 2 that matter though. This one matters. Hell yeah. I wish I had the box for this. And then this one really matters. So this is Metal Gear Solid, except it's actually a game called Metal Gear Ghost Babel or something. Come on, camera. You can do it. You can do it, camera. There it goes. Yeah, this is apparently Ghost Babel, but they released it in the US as just Metal Gear Solid for Game Boy Color. This game kicks ass. It's like the best Game Boy game. I would love to have the box for that. Speaking of games that are really, really excellent Game Boy games that you might not expect, Grand Theft Auto. This game is awesome. Come on, camera, you can do it. Eh? There it goes. For Game Boy Advance, this game is fantastic. It's the best top-down Grand Theft Auto game by far. Alright. Where were we now? Oh, there's one more thing on 3DS. Where did it go? Well, I mentioned a minute ago that no one cares about Switch collections, right? But, I do have this for Switch, so that's pretty cool. I'm sure this will be a big deal sometime down the line. Yeah. I got one more 3DS game, and I'm looking around and I can't find it. Nicole has one too, so I'll show you hers. So I mentioned SMT4 Apocalypse, but you might be like, but Dash, what about SMT4? Nicole and I both have the big box edition. Apparently I don't know where mine is right now though. But here's Nicole's, still sealed. Actually, I'm I'm gonna give a quick peruse of Nicole's games and see if she's got any that are worth showing. Here's Nicole's favorite game ever. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is Nicole's favorite game of all time. Don't listen to her. She. The thing is, you guys also have to understand Nicole is kind of tsundere. She's. Uh-oh, she might be coming for me. That or it's a cat. Okay, maybe a cat just got up. For a second, I thought she was getting up and coming for me. She does have this. This is kind of cool. Art and Elico? I've never played this, but, you know, maybe it's cool. It's like this big box version. That's pretty sweet. Let's see. What the hell is this? Oh, it's not in its original box. It's, a fighting game, Arcana Heart? Do you guys know about this one? I mean, look, it just this caught my attention, so I thought I better show you guys, cause it, you know, I don't know. Wait a second. Speaking of, there's also, you know. There's also like this one. I don't know what this game is, but it also has a rather eye-catching cover. You know, I'm not sure what this game is. Okay. So Nicole also owns Rule of Rose, which is pretty sweet. However, her copy is the, it's got the GameStop cover art. Oh, hang on, though. Nicole has the two greatest games ever made. We got Donkey Konga and Donkey Konga 2. They never been beaten. Gifted your son Waifu Hell on Steam. What is she? Nicole's got a big pair of bongos to go with those two. Like, you guys would not believe the pair of bongos that Nicole has to go with those games. I mean, just look at these things. They're like, oh man, they are mint, and she's even got a second pair for a second player. Even a second pair for a second player. How about that? Nicole also has she's got, 3 copies of The World Ends With You for some reason? You guys are getting a slight look into some of the confusion that I face every day. Yo, but here's a game Nicole has that I want to play big time. I'm going to steal this game and play it at some point. Radiant Historia. I've heard that this game is amazing. She's also got the Mario All-Stars Special Edition. Is this worth something, or did they Was there like a reprint or something of this that made it not worth anything anymore? I don't remember. But pretty sweet. Kinda along the same lines as that, I actually did not point out that I've got the Metroid Prime trilogy that she actually bought for me. The cool tin case Metroid Prime trilogy. Alright, what else? Anyway, that was really just to show SMT4, but then we got sidetracked. I was gonna make a joke that Nicole didn't have anything good, but then she had a bunch of cool stuff to show. Oh yeah! Also on the PS3 side of things, we got the big box remember Catherine? Is it on here? Oh, there it is. The Love is Over Deluxe Edition. This was sweet. Nicole and I both got one of these. Alright. So moving back over to my side of things, we got some PSP down here. Right, because I don't think that there's any other Game Boy games worth talking about. Yeah. So we got, first of all, a couple systems. We got Japanese PSP. On the Japanese system, circle is confirmed and X is back on the menus. And it's in this cool blue that we didn't get in the US, I think. But I'm not positive. And then, if you guys haven't seen... Oh! This is my childhood Game Boy Advance SP. Remember those couple Game Boy Advance games that are my childhood ones? This is actually my childhood SP also. This was if you count handhelds, this was the first system I ever bought for myself. I bought this system with Golden Sun. And that was the first, yeah, that was my first, childhood, saved up all my allowance. Oh, look at that LCD screen. Remember that? Remember when you turn off the screen and it does that? Oh, good stuff. So yeah, so this was my no, this is wait, let me check. Nope, this is the 001 model. Oh. That probably won't show up on camera. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, this is the original 001 model. The serial code sticker has come off over time. I have to hold it like this because my name is actually wood burned into the side. My dad took a wood burner and burned my name into the system so that it was, marked. And the top of this thing, it doesn't show up very well on camera, but it's seen better days. But I mean, the screen though, besides needing a little wipe down with a cloth, it looks like someone sneezed on it, but other than that, look at that, perfect condition. Perfect condition. Why? Because it clams closed. It's great. Anyway, the backlighting, the close shut action, revolutionary. The backlit screen so I could play at night, revolutionary. Not even play at night. Have you tried to play a Game Boy Color in the year 2000 and on? It's impossible. You cannot see the screen. No matter how good the lighting is in the room that you're in, the screen is very hard to see. The backlight, revolutionary. Built-in rechargeable battery, revolutionary. This was a middle step system, there was Game Boy Advance and then Game Boy Advance SP. Everyone makes fun of the slim models and the middle step systems nowadays. Look at this thing though. This thing changed the fucking game. Anyway, I honestly, like, you could say that those are all just things that you could say are just design flaws of this thing. But let's be real, though. Let's be real. I know we're getting a little off subject here, but this system has much bigger problems than the non-backlit screen, than the use of AA batteries, or than the screen that's easily damaged because the system doesn't flip closed. This system has the problem that the start and select buttons are on the left side? What the fuck? What were they thinking? You're playing the game and you're supposed to use your left hand to press start? Nah, start is a right-handed action. What were... Oh my... Unplayable, this thing. Who designed this thing? They needed to get that SP out there. Oh, and then one last little thing here. So this is my consolized GBA. This is actually why I own a couple of these. Is because I made one into one of these. If you guys haven't seen this, so this in here is the motherboard of a Game Boy Advance, including like right where the cartridge slot goes. But this mod puts it in a little box that gives it a Super Nintendo controller port, and the Super Nintendo controller port is wired to the different inputs of the system, and then it's got another board in there that converts the video into HDMI. So the consolizer, because it's something that you put on the table in front of you, put a game in, play it with a controller on the TV via HDMI. Very cool thing, especially if you want to stream Game Boy Advance games using real hardware. That's basically, literally, not even basically, that is literally a Game Boy Advance with an HDMI port on it. Alright, anyway. PSP, we got like, so I've got this special, like, silver Crisis Core. The difference between that and the Game Boy player, so the biggest difference, in my opinion, is that the Game Boy player is a huge pain in the ass to use. Because the Nintendo official software, like if you put the official Game Boy player disc into the system and run it, the scaling, like the upscaling, looks terrible. They did like a very poor job with it. And also, it doesn't run at the exact right speed, so there's a lot of frame rate problems with it, where you get like frame hitches and stuff like that that are not optimal. So yeah, it's oh, also there's input delay. The original disc also has input delay, so you can do homebrew. But that means that in order to play your Game Boy Advance, you gotta get out your fucking Action Replay and your other disc, and you gotta load up Swiss, and you gotta load up Game Boy Interface, and then once you've done all that, now you're playing Game Boy with a GameCube controller, which in my opinion is not a good way to play Game Boy Advance games, because the D-pad is way too small, which is actually another issue I have with the regular Game Boy Advance, by the way. Something I didn't complain about a minute ago is that this D-pad is tiny and very difficult to use. The SP D-pad is actually not that much bigger, but it is shallower and it has more of a clicky feel to it, so it's a lot easier to use than this one. But anyway, so Game Boy or GameCube controller I don't think is optimal for playing Game Boy Advance games with. So you could also bust out your Game Boy Advance to GameCube link cable, so you can play on your TV holding a Game Boy Advance, just so long as your Game Boy Advance has batteries, right? However, that is a lot of work. So really, the difference is to avoid all that, is the reason. The actual playing of the games should be virtually identical to playing using the Game Boy player with proper homebrew software that runs it well. it should be virtually identical to play it on one of these, except that it's just a system that you plop it down in front of you, plug a Super Nintendo controller port into it, you got HDMI out, which the GameCube didn't have, and you're on your way, you know? So there you go. PSP, right? I've got this special Crisis Core. I think it's kind of ugly. The, like, silver case one, but I don't know. It's special, isn't it? I don't know. But other than that, for, oh, hey! Remember this game that I was talking about how cool it was? There it is. We got, did you guys ever play on PSP these little games called Loco Roco? These games are sweet. Try them out. They're fun. Then we got Luminous, I was a big fan of. Oh, yeah. You guys know Metal Gear Acid? These games were pretty cool. You know, like Metal Gear Solid, but they were turn-based deck-building tactical games. And then they did do like a proper Metal Gear Solid game on it at some point, though. Oh, and then there was Peace Walker. I actually don't own that, and I've never played it. But same people as Loco Roco made Patapon. Really, really fun game. I like it a lot. And then this game was, I don't know. You might roll your eyes, but this game's really fun. I love rhythm games. Oh, yeah. Oh, Peace Walker, you're right. Let me look here. Yeah. The HD collection for PS3 does indeed have Peace Walker on it. So I do technically own Peace Walker for PS3. Alright, and then lastly for PSP, we got Persona 1, the proper way to play this game in the US. Persona 3 portable. I would recommend playing the PS2 version though, because of some of the cuts they had to make to get the game to fit on PSP. And then fancy Persona 2 Innocent Sin box. I believe this is sealed. Yeah, this is still sealed, actually. If I ever play that game, though, I'll probably open it. Have I modded a PSP? No, but I would love a PSP. I would love a consolizer mod, like the GBA has for the PSP, so you could hook a DualShock up to it. I would love that. Alright, so remember, I don't know if you guys are still here, but Chaos Factor was asking about why I didn't show my Final Fantasy 2 and 3 bootleg cartridges for NES. Here they are. So for NES, the thing is, we never got Final Fantasy 2 and 3 in the US. We got 4 and 6, called 2 and 3. So I got these two bootleg cartridges. These are English these are fan translated into English versions of the games for NES, which yeah, real cool. I do like these, but more recently I picked up Final Fantasy 2 for Famicom. I gotta hold it at a bit of a downward angle so that the light doesn't glare on it too much. But yeah, absolutely beautiful box, this thing, for Final Fantasy 2. So this is the original. Let's see, where does it say? Well, I don't know. But yeah. So this is the original Final Fantasy 2 for Famicom, complete in box. And then we got Final Fantasy 3 on Famicom as well. And they're really good-looking cartridges. I really love the way that Famicom has, like, colorful cartridges. Why is this cartridge open? That's interesting. I guess I opened it to clean it, maybe, and then didn't close it back up because I was thinking about modding it, maybe. Oh, yeah, I probably opened this up to see if I could rip the ROM off of it. Or dump the ROM off of it, I should say. Oh, I got it upside down. That's what's going on. Well, that's funny. So, yeah. There's the original cartridge. However, I have it open right now. And it's not just a simple screw thing for Famicom games. It's these super annoying plastic tabs that you need to, like, clamp the things open. So, yeah. Oh, totally, Graybeard. The Japanese art on these boxes is super good. And I mean, I know I already showed it, but I feel like the greatest case in point for that is Super Famicom. Like, this Final Fantasy V box is just so gorgeous. And shouldn't skip too quickly over Shin Megami Tensei also. Like, look at this cover art. Like, what a bad-ass looking box, you know? It is so cool. Okay. Let's, get this Final Fantasy III back in the box here. But yeah, so nowadays, have you seen the stuff, Chaos Factor, about, I think you saw me doing the Fire Emblem mod the other day. That's kind of why, or that was part of the reason that I got these Japanese versions of Final Fantasy 2 and 3, is because it's possible to do the English translation to the original cartridges. So then I could play it on Famicom in the future. And that's actually how I played SMT1 on stream. But then we got a couple other Famicom games, but really the ones that we care about, you know. We got the original Super Mario Bros. Once again, look how much cooler that cover art is than what we got in the US, you know. And I love the look of these yellow cartridges, but like, seriously. Like, here's Super Mario Bros. Not even the Duck Hunt one, right? Like, there's our cover art. And then, look at the Japanese one. I mean, once it focuses on it. There it goes. Come on. Look how sweet that is. And then we got, Mario 3. Our Mario 3 cover is better because it's at least cartoony, cool Mario. But this one's got a lot more going on. I love that it's even got the jagged, like, level end kind of shape like the levels have in the game. Yeah. And then lastly for Famicom, these are actually the last two things that I bought. These are the newest additions to my collection. We've got the original Fire Emblem, which I just did a mod to translate into English the other day. Very, very cool box art. You got the back of it. Another thing that's interesting about Japanese games, too, is that they're in these boxes, and there's not, like, a regulation on how they're oriented. We got, I mean, maybe it's a Final Fantasy thing, but, like, you know, you got your top-down box like this, and then Final Fantasy V was sideways. Right? Same thing with Famicom. You've got Fire Emblem 2, you know, top down, and then Final Fantasy is this way. Pretty interesting. And then lastly, for Famicom Disk System, I don't know if you guys know about Famicom Disk System. We've got the original Mario 2. So this is not the throwing vegetables Mario 2. This is better known as the Lost Levels. Because in the US, we got it as part of Mario All-Stars as the Lost Levels. But originally, it was an 8-bit game for Famicom Disk System. What is Famicom Disk System? Well, it was an attachment. It was an attachment for the Famicom, which was the Japanese NES. And the games are actual floppy disks. So this is a Nintendo game. If you've never seen this before, it's pretty crazy. This is a Nintendo game. This is Mario 2. Isn't that nuts? I really like the presentation of it too. The bottom of the floppy disk has Nintendo like printed into it, and then so you put it in and shut it, and it peeks out the bottom of the case there. And then the manual is in this thing with the actual cover on it. So, you know, you put the game in behind the manual and close it up. And I just like the look of just the square, you know? Just a square game. It's also hard to pick up on camera, but you see those lines through it. The actual plastic box that it's in has that lined texture to it that I think kind of looks kind of neat also. But all right. Oh, there's my SMT4. Hey, I found it. It was down with the PS3 games because it's too tall. All right. I think that just about does it for the collection, because I got PS3, but no one, I don't know, there's not much to talk about with PS3, I don't think. There's this, the original deluxe edition of Demon's Souls. This is pretty cool, but I've shown this off 1,000 times, but it's in like a nice thick box. It's got the game and then like a mini strategy guide with it. So that's pretty cool. Otherwise, the only things of note are like... Yeah, you know, nothing really. Yeah, it's just PS3. Just some PS3 games. And then on the bottom, we got PS4. And I don't know, you know, even less so, even more so, there's nothing really to talk about, except these. So, on PS4, so Puyo Puyo Tetris was a game that came out in Japan long before it came out in the US. So Puyo Puyo Tetris came out more recently around here, and I think it has a sequel coming out. But I've had this for years and years. Like, this game came out a long time ago. And I saw it on Giant Bomb. On GiantBomb.com, they were playing this game, and it looked so cool, I had to pick it up for myself. And then similarly, before they announced that Persona 3 and 5 Dancing were coming to the US, I had to pick up those as well. What's Giant Bomb? It's a website about video games. But yeah, Persona 3... Persona 3 Dancing All Night. Persona 5 Dancing Star Night. These are the Japanese versions, because I didn't know that they were going to bring these games to the US, and I had to play them because I love rhythm games and I love Persona. And I loved, specifically, Persona 4 Dancing All Night on the Vita. And speaking of Persona games on Vita, I have also heard that this fetches a pretty penny nowadays. This is Persona 4 Golden for Vita, but it's the solid gold premium edition. It came with a bunch of stuff. You know, it came with the Vita skin. Came with the sticker set. You know, it came with the hard pouch. There you go. I've heard that this fetches a pretty penny now. Mine wouldn't, because I actually used the scan. I think I got an extra one, though, so that's fine. But I actually used the hard shell in it also. Yeah. Anything else around here to talk about? I don't think so. I think we go to the end. The end of the collection rundown. Sorry if this is much more than you bargained for, but no one has like ever asked me to show my collection before. Up here we've got some silly stuff. This is like where the stuff that doesn't fit anywhere goes. And now you can see the lights that have been glaring on everything the whole time. So over here, chat's covering up, but it's not that crazy. We just got Diablo 3 regular and Reaper of Souls big box collector editions. StarCraft 2, the 3 versions of it, you know. We got Big Box Catherine. The Big Box Catherine I showed you was Nicole's. This one's mine. Atelier Rorona, Hyperdimension Neptunia. Look, this series turned out to be pretty big, huh? This series got an anime, it got remakes, it got all kinds of stuff. But this is the very original PS3 release of the first Hyperdimension Neptunia. And, you know, it had, well, the thing about it is that it had a pretty interesting cover art, you know? But really, it was about when you opened it up. Don't open it up like Evan, though. That's a joke for Nicole. As you can see, the original version of the cover art was a lot more interesting. But yeah, it had the whole art book in it. But I enjoyed this little line of games. The thing was, NIS had 3 different games that they released at once in this format, where it was a big box like this. It opened up to the game went right there, but mine is on the shelf, and then the cover art was behind, or the art book was behind it. And they had Hyperdimension Neptunia. Another one was Atelier Rorona. Or Atelier Rorona. They released in the same way. And then the third one was Artanelico 3, but I did not buy that one. For some reason, I got the other 2, but I didn't get Artanelico. And then there's that Bravely Default I already showed you. Oh yeah! When I was talking about Odin Sphere, I mentioned that they did like a re-release of it for the PS4. Apparently I got a big box version of it. I don't even remember this. But it's pretty big. What the hell is in here? It opens up like a board game. There's a shirt in here! And it's my size! And it's black! What? Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. And then it's also got like a whole ass art book and like a print? Hang on, I'm showing this to you. I won't have the mic though. Well, that's pretty cool. There was more in here than I thought. Maybe I should play this game more so I can wear the shirt and not be a poser. So I played Odin Sphere back on PS2, and all I remember was that it was like the hardest fucking game I ever played. Maybe I need to play it again as more of an adult. I think Tony played through the whole thing. And it turned out to be like super long. I didn't make it past like the second boss or something. But then Tony played through it, and apparently it's super long, and you play as like 5 different characters and shit. Anyway, then we got like a Last of Us thing. We got like the Metal Gear Solid HD collection that came with an art book. Here's that Devil Summoner 2 that I mentioned. But it's got a cracked top, but you know, whatever. We got Legend of Zelda. Oh, this Dark Souls 2 guy is kind of cool. Oh man. I gotta... Alright, I'm grabbing the camera. Alright. So, we got, like... You got your Morgana, you got your dude over there, right? I got a little Plant vs. Zombie. This guy, though... This is from the Dark Souls 2 Collector's Edition. Really cool statue. I really like it. My cat kind of chewed up the tip of this sword, though. But yeah, pretty cool dealio. This other thing, this isn't video game related, but it's King Diamond. King Diamond is fucking awesome, so I had to get a figure of him. Back there is Jesus Sacred Heart, except it's David Duchovny, as Fox Mulder. Nicole got that for me. This is a bobblehead. We got the Diablo 3 skull, and we got the Persona 5 Collector's Edition. So how about that? Oh, there's one thing. There's one thing I haven't shown you. A friend of mine gave this to me a long time ago. Apparently, this was from E3. This is a little tiny figure of Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil, well, specifically from his role in Resident Evil 4. Yeah, just like a tiny little action figure of him. His arms are, they got action, right? It's funny, I don't know why his arms move. I need to put this camera down again. Alright, here we go. So, what I was gonna say is, I don't know why his arms move, because they look super silly in any position except for up like this, you know? Don't really get it. Also, confusingly, his hip bends. For some reason, this is also a joint. But it looks really weird if it's in any position except for the normal one. Unless, of course, if you want to give him a front butt. So there you go. I know you didn't think that this is what you would see when you tuned into the stream, but this is Leon S. Kennedy with a front butt. So yeah, there you go. That's the last thing in the collection. I think that about does it. I don't think there's anything more to talk about, unless we wanted to talk about systems. But that would be really brief because there's not much to talk about. But remember I was talking about the Famicom disk system? If you've never seen it, this is it. This is a Nintendo console that was Japan only. Oh god, I got games stacked up that I was talking about. This is a Japan-only Nintendo system. It's an addition to the NES, essentially, because it's the Famicom. And it takes floppy disk games. So yeah. Look at that! Ain't that a cool thing? This is for if you want to play 8-bit games, but you want them to have loading times for some reason. Just kidding, it's got some cool games on it. That's really all there is for systems. I guess the last thing to talk about with the collection is that I'm a big stickler about retro games, you know, and how to properly play them. So this here is a Sony Trinitron Pvm. So basically the deal with PVMs is that this ain't any old CRT. Specifically, this is a CRT that takes component video in the form of YPBPR, which is like your basic component video that people just call component, you know. But it also takes RGB video, which is not a common thing in the US. Pretty much nothing in the US does RGB except for Sega systems, but that's because they already made them that way for Japan. But for some reason, kind of only Sega did it. Nintendo did RGB with the... Well, no, that's not true. Nintendo did RGB with the Super Nintendo, and then the PlayStation and PS2 and PS3 all do RGB. Really, I guess now that I think about it, it's only exclusive. It doesn't... NES and N64 don't do RGB, and that's sort of it. And I guess Gamecube doesn't either. But anyway, that's a different topic. Point is, retro gaming on a high-quality CRT is what it's all about. Yeah, and there you go. How about that? That's the collection. Thank you for asking. It was fun to talk about. No one has really asked me to go through the whole... or to briefly talk about it before. I've had people ask about specific things, but yeah, you know, not in general. So there we have it. And I think that's gonna do it for the stream tonight. But that was a fun way to end. Thanks for asking. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for the discussion. I'm glad that, I'm glad you guys appreciate it. 'Cause, you know, it's like, it's my thing, right? Like, people have their things, you know. I go to my cousin's house, and he's got, like, 12 electric guitars. And he's got a whole story to tell about all of them. Why he got this one, why he likes this one, you know. How is this one tuned? Which guitarist inspired him to get this one? You know, all that kind of stuff, right? He's got all that. You can go to twitch.tv/InvictusNox and you can ask him about motorcycles, right? He's got all kinds of motorcycle shit and things to talk about with it. But for me, it's my video games. It's specifically the retro games that I love, and so yeah, it's very fun to talk about them, and I've got a lot to say about them. So, what more could I ask for than an audience to just fucking geek out like I've never geeked out before for an hour about all these games that I've spent a shitload of money on? So, alright. I'm just got to get a couple of these put back away so I can sit back down without knocking everything off the table. Or off the chair. We got Bravely Default. We got Mario Bros. Ugh. Whew, all right. Oh, and hey, you guys have had music this whole time. I unplugged my headphones. What's been going on? What do you guys have right now? Oh, that's a good one. Where the hell did my mouse just go? God. It's a little somber, though. It's a little somber for what we got going on. That one's a little sinister. That one's a little sad. There we go. That's more like it. Well, this is just my streaming PC. My, You better believe my gaming PC is on a tight leash. But yeah, oh my god, we're riffing. Is that what's happening now? Wrong scene. Alright, you guys have been great. It's been a wonderful night. It's been a great stream. I really enjoyed System Shock today. I'm going to go back to System Shock very soon to finish it up. Because I'm really hitting the stride with that game where I'm really enjoying it, I'm having a really good time with it. And so I really want to play more of it. And I don't want to forget everything before I play it again. I want to have the map still pretty fresh in there. Justin Hawkins from The Darkness, what you asking about? The game The Darkness, featuring the voice of Mike Patton. I actually have that game on the shelf back there, but I didn't talk about it because I didn't think anyone would care. But yeah, The Darkness, featuring Mike Patton. Oh, The Darkness is a band also? Okay. It went over my head. I look like Justin Hawkins. Let's explore. Oh god! Let's explore this. Justin Hawkins. I hope he's not like a... okay. Oh, hubba, dude. Alright, okay. I can see it. I can see what you're saying. Oh my god, I didn't have that on screen? There we go. I thought I was on the scene for it. Anyway. Thanks so much, once again, everybody, for watching. Like I was saying, I'll be back to System Shock 2 before you know it, because I was really enjoying it today. And I want to get back to it before we have forgotten everything. So, that said, let's take a quick look over at Twitch here. see who's playing games, and see who we should send you guys over to. What I'm seeing is, okay, so at the very end here, one thing about me, if you guys are new here, if you're just meeting me, I'm big into music, I'm big into metal music specifically, and I'm big into drumming. And here's this guy over on Twitch, BirdmanEXE. This guy is an absolute fucking legend at Rock Band on the drums. You guys gotta see this guy. Have yourselves a good night. Say hi to him for me. Bye-bye.